YouTubers, good morning, family and friends that I have left. A beautiful day here in northwestern Mindanao, largest island in the Philippines. Probably the most unpopular area because it's a farming and fishing community. We're about 15 kilometers from the edge of the Northern Ocean, and that's why it's unpopular, right? Who wants to be in the rural province because everything's inconvenient to what the city has to offer. Well, I go to the city about once to twice a month at the most, and that's about an hour drive from where I live, way out in the deep jungle of the province. So, you know, we have the modern conveniences here, everything that someone would need to raise your family. We have microwave, we have electricity, we have solar to supplement our electricity, and we're also on the program, it's called net metering, where we get a big discount off of our electric bill because we export our electricity that our panels make to the grid. And then if there's in blackout situations, I choose not to have a battery bank because battery banks are twice the cost of a system. Let's say you spend 1,000,000 pesos, 20,000 on a big solar array system, right? You're going to spend another 1,000,000 on batteries to handle that size of a system, or at least another 750,000. So, and batteries are hard to maintain. You're always having to maintain them, and they deplete quickly. So you have anywhere from 5 to 15 years for batteries to last, where your panels will last anywhere from 20. That's the low end, really, is close to 20 years on the low end and 30 years on the high end. So that's kind of what you got to look at when you're budgeting for your solar system. And in case of blackouts, I went with the generator instead of, and you should, if you're going to go with the generator, you should go with redundant generators, two generators, because here, and probably most of the world now, because the supply chain is so messed up, if one generator goes down, you have a backup, and then you have a lot of time for ordering parts or whatever you need in order to get the other generator back up and running again. So that's my recommendation out of experience, because I only have one generator, and when it goes down, I got to wait quite a while. And I have to jerry-rig things and trying to get it back up and going again. Little boy, what are you doing there? What are you getting? Flowers? Sticks? Careful, that's sharp. Careful. He saw a caterpillar yesterday. He was just really amazed at the caterpillar. There's some caterpillars here. I mean, seriously, almost this big around. Most of them are around, you know, an inch around, but I've seen them to 2 inches around. I swear to God. I mean, this place is amazing. I seen, what you want? Come on, let's go walking. Come on. So yeah, I've seen butterflies 6 inches across, 6, 7, 8 inches across. I mean, just massive, giant, like Mothra in Godzilla, right? It's a massive, huge butterfly, and they're the ones that have the caterpillars that are 2 inches thick, right? It's amazing to watch them. Anyways, and that's what you get here in the deep jungle. I mean, yesterday I spent a bunch of time at the 5 hectares to the northeast of here, making some rock dams in the creek and doing a little bit of prospecting for gold there and stuff. And It's amazing just getting out into the wilderness here. And you'd think you were getting ate to death by biting flies and mosquitoes. Nothing. What, buddy? Good. Come on, let's go walking. I'm not gonna pick you up. No, I can't pick you up. Come on, let's go walking. What, hon?
The vacuum very slow.
Okay.
Just that, sorry.
I have to go adjust the vacuum. John, stay right here. Come on. Sit right here. I have to go adjust the vacuum for the pool. Sit here. Okay. Okay, buddy. Buddy, you gonna come with me, Leo?
Come with Daddy. Go to Daddy.
You have to watch Leo because he can't get into that stuff there. Okay, you gonna come with me? Okay. Okay, buddy. Yes, honey.
Bye-bye.
Say bye-bye, mommy. Say bye-bye, mommy. Say bye-bye.
Bye-bye, Mommy. Nice to see you.
Okay, come on. So I gotta go adjust the vacuum. Royal's vacuuming the pool there. We haven't vacuumed about 3 days, so it's been so windy. The debris coming off the trees is just crazy these last 3 days. As you can see, the bottom of the pool, how dirty it is. That's just debris, dust from all the wind, right? You gonna come with me downstairs? Come with me downstairs? Okay, come on. You gonna come down? Okay, careful. I'll try to get this adjustment done really quick. I'm probably gonna turn off this pump and oh, that's why. I had this valve here to the one skimmer open too far. That's why. Okay, let me turn this back on. These drops are full. Let's try that. Okay, buddy, let's go back upstairs. Come on. How's that, Ruel? Okay. Yeah, I had the one suction going to the skimmer open too much. Okay, John, we're coming back. He's in a good mood today. It's a pretty nice day. It's mostly cloudy, you know, but we're getting some sun in and out, on and off. Come on, buddy. Time to go now. Let's go walking some more. Come on. Come on. You okay? Okay? Are you? Oh, he's starting to get irritated a little bit. So anyways, this is where you can pretty much, that's why I named my channel is just A Foreigner Escapes to the Philippines, because what? Come on, let's go walking. Leo injured his leg last night, pulled a muscle from playing in the house, and so he doesn't want to walk much today. But he's shaking it off pretty good. So, yeah, the Philippines, my channel is called A Foreigner Escapes to the Philippines, right? Because 10 years ago, God told me through my spirit, just and all that was going on in my life and stuff, because I started asking him after my second wife died of cancer, kept asking him, Lord, I don't care about my life anymore, but what I do care about is you, and I just want to do your will, Lord Jesus. And not many months after I started praying that, as much as I could, he told me through my spirit, get out of there. Get out of the U.S. It's becoming to the point that I'm going to outpour my wrath of judgment upon the U.S. And so that's what I did. I started preparing, selling my houses I had there, selling everything I had, and come to the Philippines. And now I've had construction for 5 years here, and all my construction's complete. And I just live on a tight budget now because I have 2 pensions, one from my company, which I spent on selling everything there, and then coming here and buying all the property we have, which is approximately 10 hectares. And we have a coconut plantation and land to grow fruits and vegetables, and that's what we've done slowly. And while I'm doing the construction on the house and the tower and the pool and the chef facility, laundry facility, we have all the modern conveniences here. And obviously I spent way too much. I don't need all this, but I was impelled to do it, and I don't know if that was a sin or if that was God's plan. I don't really know. But I'm to the point where money is one of the lowest concerns. I'm closer to the land, which brings you closer to God. The less money you have, the closer you come to God, because you aren't tantalized by all the things of the world that suck you into evil, right? And that is just the bottom line truth. And if the less money you have, also you're more dependent on God, because you're saying, God, I'm just depending on you. Just teach me, show me the way, right? But when you have a bunch of money in the bank, or when you have a ton of money, you're saying, oh, I can take care of myself. Oh, I can do this, I can do that, I can do this, I can do, that's what happens. And then people are all start depending on the money. And it's absolute. The love of money is the absolute root of all evil. And that's what, if you have a lot of it, you start to become dependent on it instead of God. And that's why I choose also to have zero insurance of every kind. I have no insurance. No medical insurance, no auto insurance, no home insurance, nothing, right? Because insurance companies, combined with the banks, combined to the big corporations, combined with the government, that's a big circle jerk of a bunch of corruption, sin, and evil, literally, which is sucking countries around the world into oblivion.
What? What are you doing, buddy? What do you got there? Sticks? Okay.
He loves being outside now. I love that. When I was a young kid, I couldn't wait to go outside and play, right? Play outside until you drop to dead asleep, tired of it, right? Playing in the sandbox, running around in the schoolyard. We live near a school, so I'm out there flying kites and, all kinds of things, burning ants with magnifying glass, all that kind of stuff, And we were outside. We hated being inside. And then nowadays, it's like the opposite, right? Kids are in playing video games all day, and we don't have any video games here except for what games you can play on your phone or on an iPad or something. But we don't have video games other than that kind of stuff, which is very small. So it's good to be out close to the land, out in the rural areas where you can really survive, because you can see it, you can feel it. All the signs are there. Things are getting completely out of control, geopolitically, militarily, economically, socially. I mean, the whole world is going down the tubes, circling the drain, circling the toilet bowl so quick right now. And this whole thing that's going on, actually today with the Super Bowl, I pray for them people, because there's a lot of signs saying that there's going to be some kind of disaster there. Hopefully not, but if it's God's plan for end times that this stuff happens, and when there's judgment upon a country, there's solar eclipses, and there's been a triad of solar eclipses, 2017, 2023, and now April 8th of 2024 is the last and final direct solar eclipse on the country of the United States. And there won't be another one until like 44 or 45 years from now. And that means major change, major destruction. The last two big solar eclipses that came through the U.S. was in 1811 and 1812. Well, we all know what happened then. The War of 1812, where the British came and kicked the Americans' butt, burned the White House to the ground, burned the Capitol building in Washington, D.C. to the ground. And during that time also, major earthquakes in the New Madrid fault zone, which is the most devastating that there ever was. I mean, entire lakes were created from this massive over 8.0 earthquake that happened in 1811 through 1814 time. It was like off and on earthquakes, right? When you get something that big, then you get a bunch of them for several years in a row there. And this whole last couple solar eclipses, there's an X in the middle of the country right on the southern tip of Illinois, which is right on the induction zone of the whole New Madrid earthquake fault. And it's a huge prophetic possibility that, and it's way up there. I mean, if you don't understand Bible prophecy, you should rely on others that have studied their whole lives about it, which I have, and there's many people. One guy that's awesome that I listen to quite a bit lately, especially, is Abraham Overcome Babylon. Abraham Overcome Babylon. His YouTube channel is crazy, and he's got a Rumble channel too that he can get more in depth because of all the censoring. But you know what? There's stuff out right now that my channel was shut down for 3 months trying to mention it, about the whole lockdown period that the world went through. I tried to shine some light on what was going on with all the excess deaths in the world for the last 3 years. Massive excess deaths. 25-30% of the entire population of the world is higher than average. And all this stuff that they're pulling out of the you have to go from autopsies and stuff of people. So you have to go to a Rumble channel and find out all that stuff, you guys. So anyway, my channel was shut down for 3 months, but now Dr. John Campbell, he's out in full force with this same information that shut down my channel last August of 2023. So maybe they've lifted the veil of, they want this information to come out to probably stir up the people more and cause a massive civil wars and revolution in countries all over the world. I mean, if you look at it, Poland, England, Denmark, Germany, almost all of Europe, the farmers by the hundreds of thousands are up in arms, blocking roads, blocking border crossings. They're done. They're absolutely finished with going along with these one world government agendas coming off of all these countries, like the New World Order, what the WEF says, that everything's got to be green now, which I'm all for a little bit of green here. I have solar myself, right? But that should be very slow and on the individual basis. None of these forced mandates that you have to do this and you have to do that. You do it because it's economically advantageous to you, so the individual should do it. And if the governments want to do it too, that's fine, but they shouldn't be pushing it upon private citizens about all this stuff. You know what I mean? It should be a free choice. But no, it's all these government mandates forcing people to do this or that, which is detrimental to their businesses. And who wants to piss off the farmers? I can't believe it. Farmers are up in arms worldwide right now because of all this shit they're trying to force on the people. And why would you want to piss off people that provide you the food that you need to eat and stay alive from? I don't get it. It's craziness. So all I have to say, guys, is get to the escape to the Philippines. This is a very blessed country, and you have a future here. You can never ever have a divorce because it's illegal here in the Philippines. The Constitution of the country protects it, and there never will be divorce here. And they would have to change the Constitution or repeal the whole section of the Constitution of the Philippines that protects the family. So I would not worry about it. Buddy, are you okay? Come on. You okay, buddy? We're almost done. So all I can say is pray and let Jesus guide you. Let him ask for his will to be done. And you guys, I'm telling you, I was told by Christ to come to the Philippines 10 years ago, and it took me about 3 years to sell everything off, and then another 5 years to build everything up here and buy the land. And now we can be self-sufficient and we can sustain, right? I have a tiny remittance that comes in right now, that a tiny budget of $1,900 per month, which is actually pretty big, but we have, 8 or 9, we have 9 people in my household, right? And plus we have visitors sometimes too. So even without having any insurance and all that, I mean, we have LP gas, still some electricity costs, fuel for our vehicles, and we don't go anywhere very much, right? I mean, we're on a pretty tight budget. We stay home, but just food alone, if you're buying chickens, that's probably the biggest part of our meat, chicken. And we're trying to get away from pork because we've been convicted that in our hearts that the Lord said, stay away from pork. And God says, stay away from it. And it's a forbidden food. I just thought that was Old Testament times, and after Jesus came back, it didn't matter. But come to find out through more research and stuff, I think you're right that we should eat none or we're on very little. The only thing we eat in pork right now is bacon. But we're trying to get away from that too eventually. But, when you commit your life to Christ, all these things start to matter to you. So you try to do the best you can to get away from the things that God says to stay away from. All the sins that there are, right, in his commandments. And yes, we are going to fail, even as Christians, but that's why Christ sacrificed himself for us, right? And that's another thing with the rapture. So many people think that the rapture is going to happen. My belief now, and the reason why my belief was rapture before is because that's what everyone else said. That's what everyone else wants. Everyone else says, oh, if you're a Christian, you can escape all that. Well, come to find out through all my research that, Jesus Christ suffered greatly and died and took to take away our sins and to save us, save our souls, right? Why wouldn't we do the same thing? Suffer greatly and sacrifice our lives for the love of Jesus Christ. That's what we should be doing too, and that's honestly what I think is going to happen. I think we'll be brought up into the clouds of Christ, but that's only when he arrives in his second coming. So that's post-Armageddon. That's post-tribulation, or right at the very end of the tribulation period. So all these people, these Christians, think that they're going to get a free pass just because they believe in God. I don't think that's going to happen. I do think, though, the ones that are true Christians and really have a love for Christ and really have won souls for him and living majority of the life that Jesus laid down for us, a good Christian life, repenting of our sins and trying to do the best that we can for Jesus Christ, I think those people will be protected. And it says that in many places in the Bible where we'll be protected from the deaths and the wrath of God coming in judgment on the United States and the people around the world. But specifically, the United States is going to get hit first at the beginning of the tribulation period, which is we're very, very near it. The U.S. is ground zero for the wrath of God. There ain't no doubt in my mind. And then they're right in lockstep with Israel too. So whatever happens with Israel is going to happen with the U.S. And I mean, what's going on in Israel right now, Judah is the tribe and the kingdom when it was split. Israel and Judah were split nations once the nation of Israel started to become so evil. And when Israel was recreated in 1948, they took the name of Israel instead of Judah, right? And I don't know why, because the state of Israel in ancient Bible history was so evil and so against God. And that's what's going on in Israel right now. The people, they're the biggest gay pride rainbow parades and celebrations in the world happen in Tel Aviv, Israel. I mean, it's terrible. It's the pit of hell there of what they're doing. And then now they're praising this Yannicka guy, 32-year-old guy, 33 maybe. Ooh, that's in conjunction with the age of Jesus. And a lot of people are saying he's the false witness. Because all these old rabbis throughout Israel are going up to this guy and kissing his hands and stuff. I mean, it's nuts if you watch some of those videos. So this is what I'm constantly doing, is digging into signs and prophecies, and a lot of things have come to prophecy been fulfilled now. And now it talks about the 10 kings. What just happened January 1st of 2024. Now there's 10 nations that have joined BRICS. And BRICS are a direct threat to the Western financial system and geopolitical system. And now the 10 kings have arrived on the scene to fulfill prophecy. And when it says specifically in the Bible, when that happens, hell on earth is going to start shortly thereafter. So you got days, maybe weeks if you're lucky. Get your stuff together and get out of the U.S. because they're the ones that's going to be judged first, because they're the head of the snake. They're the ones that have spread all this evil throughout the world, and being the world's reserve currency, they're the one that have strong-armed or persuaded all the countries of the world and captured their leaders to go the same evil direction as the U.S. has gone. And I just pray that God will show you through your spirit the truth. And that's what's going on in the world right now. So I think we're about done, huh, John? What do you think? Huh? What do you think? Are you done? Done? Okay. You want cookie? You want cookie? Cookie. Okay. He loves graham cracker cookies. So I give him a couple of those when we're done walking. He loves it. So that's it for now, ladies and gentlemen. My beautiful queen is there, and she's happy with her little store every day. And we're done with our walk today, so I love you guys. Take care, and God bless. Bye-bye.